Hey, welcome back. So as we discussed in the previous video, we'll be fixing some problems in this part. So what was that problem? I have shown you already. So I'll just show you once again. If I hit some number and if I go on hitting the plus, it keeps on coming. And when I hit 3 here and hit equal to, so you would see answer wouldn't appear, right? And another case was if I hit something and if I just hit plus or minus or whatever I like, and instead I want to change my mind and put a minus here instead of plus, but when I hit minus, the plus doesn't disappear and minus appears again. So if I go on clicking like this, so we need to fix this problem. And what is the fix for this problem? Let's discuss. So what I need to do is whenever I hit another thing, whenever I hit minus, for instance, already plus is there. So I want it to just detect the what is the last thing in this text box, that is plus or minus or division or into. So if it is already plus, I would just need to remove that plus and add minus instead. So here I need to do two things. First, I need to detect the last thing in this text box, and next what I need to do is I want to just remove this one and copy only the starting text and apply whatever I want to. For example, instead of plus I want minus, I would add minus to it. So let's see this in action. So what I need to do is after the div tag here, before the body ends, I would just open a script tag here. And once I open the script tag, I would just go to the plus symbol here. So on click plus. So I have problem with the plus, minus, into and division, right? So I will change them. Instead what I'll do is on click of the plus symbol, I would remove all this stuff from here and just simply name a function here which I want to open. For example, I would be creating a function called add at the bottom. So I'll just name it add and the function symbol here, right? Okay, so when I click on this plus symbol, it should go to the function called add, which I'm going to create right now. So in the script tag, I'll just create a function called add here. So to create a function, you need to name it function space and the name of the function. So I'm just putting it add, and you need to just open the flower braces, and all our code that should happen when I click on this plus button should go inside it. Okay, so first of all what I need to do is I need to detect the last letter. So I'll just take a variable here. So variable, to create a variable you will write var and hit a space bar. You can name the variable anything, but I would like to name it ACT here simply. I don't know why am I naming it like that, but whatever comes to my mind I'm naming it. You can name it whatever you like, your name, your uncle's name or something else. So I'll just put equal to and put 0 here. I'm just initializing it. So I have just taken a variable and I would be needing another variable. So I'll just create it along with it only. So I'll put a comma instead of semicolon and I'll just name this variable as b, I guess, b equals to 0. Don't worry about this variable. Why are we taking it? I'll explain you when the time comes. So first of all, I have taken a variable. Now in this variable, what I'll do is whatever the value is in this text box, I'll get it in that variable called ACT. So how to get it? I'll just put ACT equals to, and what is the name of the text box here? It's the name of the form dot name of the text box. So it's f.ddd. So I'll just put ACT equals to f.ddd dot, I need the value from the text box, right? So I'll just put the value here and I'll put a semicolon to end it. So once I have done that, now what I need to do is once I have got whatever is written in this, for example 1 2 3 was written or plus was written, then I need to detect what is the last thing on this text box, so that I can check whether if it is already a plus, I wouldn't allow another plus to get added, or if it's already plus and if I'm clicking minus, I want the plus to be removed and the minus to appear there, right? So in order to do that, I need to check what is the last value. So to do that, what I'll do is I'll take this second variable b equal to, and I will get the last value from this text box into this b. So how to do that? So we have stored the text box value into this ACT, right? So I'll just name ACT dot, and I'll be using caret here. So CHAR and capital A and T. So it's a caret function that I'm using here. I'm applying caret on this inside the brackets of this caret function, I need to name a number which one I need to get. So I cannot always guess whether there are only 4 numbers or 5 numbers or 6 numbers, right? So what I can do is I could just put all of the length minus 1. That can be done. Text box value is stored in ACT already. So what I would do is ACT.length minus 1 would get me the last one. So ACT.length minus 1. It would get me the last variable. So if I want to check it once, what I would do is I would alert there, alert, and I would put B here. Now let's click on plus and check it. Now just let's save it, reload it. I would put something, click on plus and check it. 32, it's giving me 2 here, right? And if I add some 6, 9, and if I hit the plus button, now it's giving me the 9 as the last digit. So I hope that you have understood that it would get me the last thing of this text box, right? Right now there is no need of alert here, so I'll just remove this and save it. Now that I have got the last value of this text box, I need to check whether is it equal to plus or minus or division or multiplication. And if it is equal to any of these, I need to remove that last thing and add plus here as it is add 1, right? So imagine if it was minus, I need to remove this minus and put plus here because I have clicked on add plus symbol, right? So let's follow that. So to check it, I would use if else, right? So I would put if in brackets b equal to in inverted commas we need to write plus and then or symbol here, and then again b equals to single quotes, again we need to put minus here, and then again I would put or symbol here, and then b equals to in single quotes. So we have completed the plus, we have completed the minus, then we'll add some division here, and after that or b equals to in single quotes multiplication, that is star symbol, not the x key on the keyboard, which is asterisk, you need to give that. And if it is equal to one of these, what should happen will be written in this flower braces. So what should happen is, now if it is equal to something like this, I would just need to remove this last one and copy the rest of the code. For example, there is 20, there is some, sorry for this, for example there is some 23 minus. What I need to do is I want to remove this minus and copy this 23, and after copying this 23, this is add function, means I'm clicking on the plus button, so it needs to remove that minus and add plus here. I hope you understood the concept, so let's follow it. So okay, let's code it. So here what I would do is f.ddd.value equals to. So what I am doing here is I just said that the name of this text box dot value means its value should be, the value in the text box should be equal to ACT, which is the same value here. I don't want to type again, so I'm just putting ACT, which means f.ddd.value dot, here I am using another function called substring. So substring, and now inside the brackets of substring, what I need to do is I need to mention, for instance I am having 1 2 3 4 5 minus, from these what are the things that I need to get here, means from which value to which value I need, and which value I do not want to copy. So I need from 1 to 5, I don't want this minus. So every time this number might not be same, there would be some extra numbers as well, right? And at last there would be minus, so I cannot count and say it should be from 0 to 3 or 0 to 5 or something like that. So what can be done is, again here it should start from 0, means the starting number, comma, it should go up to the length of the string minus 1, means whatever the text is in it minus 1, means it will leave the last one. So the same thing comes here, it's ACT.length minus 1. Okay, so let's imagine it was 1 2 3 4 minus. Now what it has done is it has copied 1 2 3 4 and removed minus from here, so there is no minus at present in this value. and then I need to add, as I have clicked on the plus button, I need to add plus at last. It removed minus, well and good, but it needs to add plus there. So what can be done is, simply you need to add f.ddd.value plus or equals to the plus symbol. Okay, so once you click on the plus symbol, what happens is, inside ACT we are taking all this value, and then inside B we are taking the last value. So we are taking, okay, 1 2 3 4, but it will take only the last one, 4, and it will insert it into the B. So it will check whether B is equal to this plus, minus, or division or multiplication or not. If it is equal to, this thing will happen, or else we need to write the else code, which we'll write in a moment. But let's imagine if there was at last minus. So I need to remove this minus and add plus instead, because it was earlier minus. I changed my mind and I am clicking plus. So the minus should be gone and plus should appear, right? So what I am doing is f.ddd.value, which is the name of this text box, equals to, means I am setting this value equals to act.substring. ACT is nothing but the same thing, f.ddd.value, which is the name of this text box, dot substring, which I am applying a function. Inside the brackets I need to mention from where till where I need. So 0 means the first one, okay, it's taking from there, and then act.length minus 1 means whatever the length of the string is, minus 1 means the last one. So it will just remove this one and only copy this thing here, and then because I am hitting plus, I need to add plus to it. So f.ddd.value plus or equal to plus. Let's see it in action once. Let's save it, and I'll put a minus here, and I'll just hit plus. Okay, I didn't reload, I guess, so I'll just 1 2 3 minus, and I'll hit plus here. Now you can see that when I hit plus, the minus is gone and plus has appeared here. But what if there was no plus at the last? So this thing would not happen, right? It would go to the else part. So in else part directly, if there was only 1 2 3 4, it should directly add plus, because there is no minus or something. There is no need of removing that minus and adding plus. So I would just add else here. Else, what it should do, it should directly add plus to it, which is nothing but this code. So we'll just paste it here, Control C and paste it here. So we have written successfully the code for the add button. Now we need to do the same thing with the minus, division and multiplication. So what can be done? Simply copy this whole function, Control C, and just go down and paste it. And this time I would name it sub, I guess. I'll name this function as sub. And what is to be changed? Only this plus symbol should change to minus, and this one to minus as well. And again I'll paste it at the bottom, and again I'll just name it di. I'll name it di, and I'll just change this to division symbol, and again this one to division symbol, and again I'll just paste it again at the bottom, and this time I'll name it mul for multiplication, and here also I need to put the star symbol, and here also I need to put the star symbol and remove that plus. Okay, going back to our form tag here, and we need to change this minus symbol to the function called sub. So I'll erase this all, and I'll put sub function. So if I click this minus, it would call this sub function, right, where it will change it to minus in case there is need. And I'll just remove this one, and it will call di function. The same with the last one here. I'll just remove it, and it will call the mul function. So let's save it and check it once. 2 minus 3 equals to works fine. Okay, let's clear it out. 2 minus, now I changed my mind, I'll hit plus. Now I'm hitting plus number of times, but you can see plus appears only once. I have changed my mind again, and I'll just put divide, so it goes to divide. Again I'll change it to multiplication. If I hit multiplication again and again, now you can see there is no problem with that. Okay, so we have solved this issue, right? Okay, now what to do next? I want a 0 by default here, as you see in a calculator. So you need to just add a placeholder there. So simply go to the type equals to text, which is the first line, means this text box line, and give a space here and type placeholder, and then put equal to and put 0 there. Now save it. You can either hit Ctrl S or you can click save from here. Reload it. Now you can see the 0 by default there. Now 2 minus 6 equals to minus 4. Once I hit this one, again it comes to 0. For some people you might be facing problem with this, as you might have just put a space in between this one, means where there is value called C. Here I have told you to just open a single quote and close it without any space. If you give space, what happens is, see, I'll put 3 minus 5 and then I'll hit equal to. When I hit C, there is no placeholder. So just simply remove the gap from here so that placeholder will be visible. Okay, so we have completed creating our calculator, and the design part is pending, which we'll see in the next video. So till then, thank you.